Hi, my name is Stefan Schultz, and today we're talking about the ugly truth about MLMs. If you're considering joining an MLM, your first question should be, is it legitimate? What is the difference between a legitimate company and a scam? The answer is simple. It's value. A legitimate company will provide value in exchange for a contribution. You give them money in exchange for a product, just like any other business transaction. A scam or a pyramid scheme, think Bernie Madoff, will usually require a large upfront membership fee, which is then distributed to the upline. No actual product is exchanged or value provided. Now, sometimes this membership fee can be disguised as a product. For example, a company sells toilet paper for $10 a roll and asks you to buy $1,000 worth of products up front. That is not providing value. That is a membership fee in disguise. So now that we've distinguished between a legitimate MSM and a scam, here's the second important question to ask. Does it have a good business model? Just because a company is legitimate does not mean it has a good business model. A good business model depends on three factors. Number one, the product. Number two, the entrance threshold. And number three, the compensation plan. So let's start with the product. Since the product is the center of every business transaction, it is obviously of vital importance. Even more so in an MLM, because here the business is based on the power of multiplication. You're trying to get a huge number of people into your downline who are each purchasing a product, and you're getting a small percentage of each purchase. That means the best product will have three characteristics. Number one, it must be consumable, something that gets used up relatively quickly, preferably once a month. If you're trying to sell washing machines that last 10 years, that's obviously not going to work. Number two, it must be for everyone. If your product's appeal is limited to just, let's say, women or men or children or even pets, you have a limited audience and you have already handicapped yourself from the start. Number three, it must be desirable. The best products and easiest to sell ones are those that people actually want, in fact, that they get excited about. So we have established that the first and vital part of a good business plan is the product. The second important part is the entrance threshold. In other words, what is it going to cost me to get in? Is it going to cost me $10 or $100 or $1,000 to get started? Now, most MLMs that sell a product will require to buy a certain amount of product stock up front. In several that I was involved in, that figure was $1,000. Now, that is a significant entrance threshold, isn't it? Keep in mind that in MLMs, you don't make the real money by selling the products. The real money comes from having lots of people under you who sell the products. So how many people will you be able to talk into spending $1,000 up front? Not too many. The bottom line is the best MLM is one with the lowest possible entrance threshold. So let's recap. So far we have established two important parts of a good business model, the product and the entrance threshold. The third part of a good business model is the compensation plan. In other words, how much money can I make and how easy or hard will it be? The great things about MLMs and what makes them so attractive is that the income potential is virtually unlimited. You've all heard rags to riches stories of people who have become millionaires through MLMs. You may actually know someone who has been successful in an MLM. I was pretty much burned out in MLMs myself until I ran into a cousin, most recently, who found the perfect MLM and who's making more money in a month than the average US household makes in a year. But that kind of MLM requires a good compensation plan, one that is easy and fair. Some MLMs, for example, limit the number of people you can have on each level. Most of them limit the number of levels you can get paid for to maybe 8 or 10. All of them limit the maximum percentage you can get from your downline's purchase. And that makes sense, of course, because they are in the business of making money too. And you would want them to stay in business. But there is a difference between being fair and being greedy. A fair percentage would probably be in the 40 to 50% range of profits. Anything beyond that would be outright generous. So a great compensation plan would be one that puts little or no limits on your downline and pays a fair percentage. My cousin was lucky to find an MLM that allows unlimited people per level, pays down to an infinite number of levels, and pays up to 60%. No wonder she is so successful. So the last and final question for you, and maybe the most important one, is, can I be successful in this? Joining an MLM is like starting a business, and you have to ask yourself, do I have what it takes to be successful in running this business? This is where the ugly secret of MLMs comes into focus. Because most MLMs are not for everyone. You may have already found that out. As with every business, you must have a vision, a dream, and you have to be motivated to achieve that dream and to do the hard work that is required to get there. I can tell you this, you will never be successful in any business, or life for that matter, sitting on a couch and watching TV all day. Success will not just fall into your lap. It requires you to get off your butt and off the couch and to do something. And there's a difference between willing to work and having the right personality to be successful in a particular business. You see, most MLMs require selling a product, which means you have to turn yourself into a salesperson. And the ugly truth is, not all of us are salespeople. There certainly are some sales skills that can be learned by everyone. But some people are born salespeople, and you know some of them. And unfortunately, most of us are not. I found it out the hard way myself. And if you are in the latter category as well, what do you think the chances are that you will be successful in selling a product and convince others to spend a fortune up front to be allowed to sell it? I'll let you answer that. So in conclusion, we have learned the 3 questions to ask yourself before joining an MLM. Is it legitimate? Does it have a good business plan? And most importantly, can I be successful in it? And we've learned the ugly truth that most MLMs are not for everyone because they require selling a product and being a salesperson. But what if there was an MLM that did not require selling a product? An MLM that has a business plan that involves desirable, consumable products for everyone, and that has a ridiculously low entrance threshold and a generous compensation plan. Would that interest you? That MLM actually exists. My cousin has founded in a company called Life Plus and has been unbelievably successful in it while never selling a single product. Now, if that sounds interesting, please click the link below to find out more.